Um, well, here we are at Tertre on the 16th of April, 2026, having just tasted the 2025 with François, whom we have been lucky enough to know for a very, very long time. And there seemed to be an almost elemental quality about the wines. But tell us a little bit about 25 and this extraordinary
25
season.
Well, this vintage has something inside the high level of flavors because it will be considered as a great vintage, as inside this high level, something strange, a little bit disturbing, which will participate to the emotion of this vintage in its proper variety, if you prefer. The summer was warm, so the fruit is dense and opulent and rich in flavor. But we had hot waves, 2 or 3 hot waves, which were so strong I never seen in my life. The temperature went up by 80 40 meters. Then the vine suffered from time to time. And in the heart of this opulent plenty, ripeness of the fruit, there is a hint of strange, crunchy flavors. I feel myself is a bit like agrume, I don't know how to translate, or in the skin of the orange.
Yeah.
Something, because the maturation was stopped for moments,
Yeah.
which make the strangeness and the little grip and lightness of the vintage. It means that in the heart of its rightness, it will look always elegant and a little bit strange and odd, you could say, Mr. Pernod.
Yeah.
Un peu étrange.
So when do you think the 25s will be capable of drunk? I mean, notoriously, your wines can be drunk 3 months after bottling and 30 years later. But in this instance, is 25 the exception to that? Do you think it's
No, and you disturb me because you just say, enough my work, and before I talk what I would have said. And you know that in a few words, we harvest the fruit in the fragile moment where the skin turns to slightly degraded, turn to forest sclerosis, and the seed slightly degraded turns to green coffee flavor. Meanwhile, in the heart of the ripeness, the fruit is fresh, and elegant. So, as soon as we harvest, in the date of harvest, in the very date of harvest, the fruit is moving in flavors, and we pursue that by a long classic growing up in barrel that turned at the moment we put in bottle to tertiary forest, cigar, truffle, whether flavors, protecting always the fruit. What does it mean? Is in that you could say 3 stage, the disorder of the explosion of the youth flavors that are complied in their polyphenol, we can say, the maturity, let's say 13, 15 years after maturity of the flavors, and after around 30 years old, the aging flavors, which are another emotion. So for this, I can absolutely not say they are always extremely pleasant to taste, crossing this different expression of flavors through the age. So we taste the 2025, we could have it during our lunch,
okay? They're taking us on to 2 vintages in the last 10 years. One for drinking now, perfect, and one that you would most want to keep. Which would those be?
The 10 last years, let's say, we start to 2096, 96.
No,
2000,
10 years.
2000,
10 years.
2000, 2007.
Yeah.
2015.
16.
So-
From 16 onwards, yeah.
Alors, so 16, 17. 17 you can taste now. Good.
Yep.
It becomes a little bit close. Yep. It's charming again. 18, no. 19, yes. Surely. You can drink it now. It's beautiful. It will age a long time. 19. 21. 21, surely.
Yeah.
And probably quite, even if very young, 23.
Yes, people. No, one.
What?
One.
If I would say one, I would say either, I would say two. Either 21, either 19.
Yeah.
Aye.
Okay. 21 or 19. Yeah. I'd give 21. But I did, yeah. Yeah. Okay, perfect. And the one that you most would want to keep out of those last 10
Alors, all are beautiful to be kept, but I can say when you are, it's necessary to keep. So I would say 2016, better to keep.
Yeah.
Some 5 years, something like that. 2018, better to keep. Even afterwards, 2020,
Yeah.
2022.
Yes, but you haven't answered the question, François, because the question was one wine.
One. 2020, I would say.
20.
Oh.
Brilliant.
Bon.
The 25 campaign, vintage campaign, en primeur campaign, we know the well-documented problems of the Bordelais these last 15, 20 years. What do you think, what hopes and expectations do you have?
Well,
What do you think that Bordeaux will win back its friends?
Bordeaux will win back, but when? You know, war, a political terrible situation with this dear beloved Mr. Trump, and all the
Or American agent?
and in addition the crisis in wine, the crisis economic, all that makes that a lot of properties will be obliged to be like after the last war, dépris with cows, you know.
Yeah.
And what will remain, obviously, like always, the wines, the growth that are the most beautiful, that are the most faithful and loyal distribution that people can trust to. And this wines that can bring a dream, because I think wine will always be a produce so rich in meaning in our history, and so rich in the beauty of his work and its flavors, that it will be always a produce that will get enthusiasm for lovers of the beauty of the flavors, but so will remain the most able to bring a dream and the most faithful and loyal in their sales that people can trust. They buy it because the market is not complete disorder, not anything.
So you remain an optimist?
Oh, completely.
Yeah.
Ah yes, yeah, ça c'est très important. Oui. I trust.
And the question that I am looking forward more than any other to the answer to what you're going to say is, if 2025, we do this every year, I hope it's not too boring, but if 2025 was an author, a writer from any period, contemporary or in the past, in history, who would it be?
I would not take an author because I don't fan. I would take a novel. A novel.
Even more specific then.
Well, this question, exclusively for you, is a little bit stupid, isn't it? But I will answer.
Taking you almost 10 minutes to come out with what you really think.
So I tried to find something. I would say something which is strange, powerful, disturbing, voluptuous, plenty of sensuality. I would say Les Frères Karamazov de Monsieur Dostoevsky.
My heaven. There we go. We end on a Russian.
Voilà. On finit. Ça, c'est incroyable. I didn't want to.